Play by Jake Marisnick changed the game. And I give him a ton of credit because he does not feel well, and he grinded through it today knowing that we were going to DH Reynolds, but it was a hell of a play. I mean, the game's tied unless he makes the read he makes and comes out and gets the ball, but definitely saved our butts there.
How much can you argue both plays Jake Marisnick potentially saved the game on the bloop by Suzuki?
Yeah, I mean, he just played so well defensively, and I mean, we know what kind of defensive player he is, but I just give him a ton of credit. I mean, we've had something going through our clubhouse, and I know he didn't feel good, and every time I asked him today, he told me he was fine, and I know he was lying to me, but I appreciate the fact that he grinded through it.
Shelty, Kevin Newman made 2 errors yesterday, made a couple big defensive plays, including on the double play and a couple big hits. How good does it feel for a kid to see him doing it?
Yeah, I mean, big bounce back day. I know Donnie talked to him last night. I mean, the play made on the double play ball was a really good play because Bruce spiked it in there, and then the play going to his right, and then you come through with some big hits. And I think it just shows the growth of Kevin Newman as a player that, yesterday was not a good day for us all around, and I think we flushed it and went, and even, going off, we're down 2-0 to start the game, and they battled back to win the series.
It's 2 games out of 162, so you can't take a ton from it, but your team to show that bounce back ability and win like this the next day, what do you see from them?
Yeah, I mean, they get after it. I mean, there's small things, and I mean, we didn't play great today. We had a pop-up drop. We, had another play that we didn't make, and the fact that they continued to persevere through. And then I give credit to our bullpen, because any time that we didn't make a play or something happened, they stepped up and picked us up, and I think that's a sign of a good team.
You mentioned the bullpen. We saw both the hybrid guys today, the late inning guys today. What's it like as a manager, having that assortment of weapons that you can run out in a game like this?
Yeah, it's nice when they're both available on the same day. And going into the off day, and really, was very cautious on how we were going to use Strat, just because I think it's the first time since we've been here we've gone 4 or 5 with the guy, and had the opportunity where he would have had 3 pitches if he would have made a good throw, but yeah, it was nice to have, and Dylan came right in, and then Crow right behind him, and obviously David. I mean, he didn't make bad pitches and was able to get out of that jam.
How about the 9th? You walk half to face Schwindel. What led to that decision?
Just, I think that we talked through it, and if he got Wilson out, we knew we liked that matchup and where we could go. Oscar and Roberto and Oscar and Bradley had a really good plan, and they went out and talked about it with Roberto, and then David just executed.
Was JT okay after the 3rd?
Yeah, JT's sick also. I mean, was not at the ballpark all day yesterday, and had a conversation with him last night as he started to feel better throughout the day. I mean, if you would have seen him yesterday morning, I didn't think he was going to pitch. And talked to him last night. Rafa talked to him last night, and I told him, just give us as many outs as you can. And I think we had the conversation, if you give us 3, we're going to be in good shape. He got through 3. I would bet if you ask him, he can't feel his legs. And that's why we saw the tick down in his velocity. But he got through the 3rd with the double play ball that Kevin made the good play on. But it was a gutsy effort by him.
David doesn't usually get, the back behind the wall, but whatever he does, he seems to execute his best stuff. I mean, that pitch to Contreras, 98 running up. Well, what is it about him that whenever he's in that big spot, he always comes through? Yeah,
he's able to execute pitches. I don't think he lets the moment get too big. I mean, he gave up the double, and Jake made the nice play, and then, Suzuki got the base hit, and we were in a jam, and he was just able to execute pitches. And, this is a guy that has multiple weapons. Everybody thinks that, it's just the fastball, but the curveball and the split are good pitches too. And when you have to cover 98 and then you also have to cover the other 2, it makes it challenging. He really executed today.
Will Crow show you anything today? That strikeout seemed like one of the big sort of tipping points in this.
Yeah, big. I mean, he has continued to pitch well, continued to execute. Gotten a little bit of a jam, but to get that caliber of a hitter out right there, that's a big. He continues to take steps forward, and he took another one today.
Hey, to get swept in Milwaukee and then come into Wrigley and win 3 out of 4, I mean, how pleasing is that to see the way your team performed?
Extremely pleasing. I mean, I like I said before, I didn't think we played that bad in Milwaukee. We didn't catch any breaks, and they executed some things. And then to come in, win the first 2, and then yesterday go through yesterday's game, and I was just really happy that our club was able to flush not only the sweep, but then able to flush a really poor game yesterday, and they did it, and it's a testament to them, and it's a testament to the staff that when they walked in today, I think they were in a good spot.
You had mentioned Bednar's other pitches, but to finish the game in the way he did, just going on country hardball, just how impressive is that?
Yeah, it's impressive because guys know that he's got it, and he went right after him and executed, and and executed well. It wasn't like he left balls in the middle of the plate.
Well, usually has been struggling pulling a ball, but he still can help offensively. Right?
Yeah, he still continues to help us offensively, and it's fun to see both those guys on the field at the same time and see them interact. But yeah, Yoshi continues to help us. And today, I mean, tough lefty, the ability to have good at bats is very important for us.